What is your name?
Hailey Miller.
Okay. What school did you graduate from?
Canon High School.
Okay, and tell me about yourself.
I'm 18. I really enjoy working with kids. I want to probably be an elementary education teacher. I love being outdoors, going hiking, hammocking, all sorts of things like that. I love being involved with the community and doing service and stuff like that. That's why I chose to be in FCCLA my senior year and all throughout high school. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, what are your plans for after high school?
So I'm heading to UVU in just a couple weeks, and I will be finishing my associate's degree. I was able to do a lot of concurrent enrollment in high school, which was super helpful because now I can get my associate's degree a lot faster. I'm going to get my associate's degree in elementary education, and then I will probably do an LDS mission in the fall of next year, and probably more schooling after that.
What's your favorite animal?
My favorite animal is an elephant. I love elephants. I always have. I'm just like my biggest dream is to go to Africa and on a safari because I love elephants, giraffes. Like, you put me in that element, I'm golden.
What's your favorite song?
My favorite song. Ooh, this one's hard because recently I've heard like my music style has changed a little bit. I love country music. It's the best music out there. I just like, my music style is like taco salad. Like, you can just throw a bunch of stuff in and it still tastes good. Like, but I'd probably say that my favorite song right now is, now my mind's drawing a blank. Probably one of the country songs on my playlist. I'd probably say To a T. That one's a good one, but I don't know. There's just, I could spit off a ton of different songs because I don't have like one particular favorite.
Except,
There you go.
what are some things you participated in? You mentioned FCCLA. Is there anything else like that?
So my freshman and sophomore year, I was involved in choir and musicals and stuff like that. And as much fun as it just wasn't the right path for me. So when I discovered FCCLA and Mama J and that whole group, I instantly fell in love with all of that. And so I was pretty much just involved with FCCLA the majority of my high school career, but I loved going to like the sporting events and supporting other groups. FCCLA was just the one that was most perfect for me. And academics was a really big part of my high school career, so I didn't do a lot of other sports or stuff like that because I wanted to focus on concurrent enrollment and that sort of stuff.
Okay. What legacy would you like to leave for your high school?
Ooh. I don't really know because I'd probably leave a legacy through FCCLA. I know I'm talking about FCCLA a lot, but like, that was my big thing that I was really involved in, and I just feel like I made an impact in that aspect, and I was able to help so many people through that aspect, especially with all the service projects we did and being president my senior year. I just feel like I made a difference and impact in that sort of aspect of high school.
Okay, what was your best accomplishment in high school?
Probably my grades, because I always made school a priority in my life. Don't get me wrong, I still went out socializing and I wasn't the kid who stayed home and studied every single minute of the day. I just felt like school was a big part of it that I needed to focus on. So one suggestion I have is, yes, academics are important, but so are being involved. Like, involvement in high school is such a crucial thing, not only for your social aspect, but just for like the whole experience in general. So I highly suggest, yes, focusing on your grades and your schoolwork and keeping those up, but also focus on your friends and the different groups that are there.
Okay. What is the best / most important thing you learned?
Most important thing I learned, probably just brush things off, because there's a lot of stuff that happens, a lot of crap goes down, a lot of things are thrown your way. Heck, my senior year was cut short because of Corona. Like, all of these things get thrown your way, and just brush it off, because it doesn't matter in the long run. If you break up with your boyfriend, brush it off. It doesn't matter. Like, it's just, in the big aspect of it all, it doesn't matter. So that was one thing that I had a hard time, because my freshman and sophomore year, I was really focused on, like, everything has to be perfect. This has to be perfect, that has to be perfect, but ultimately it doesn't matter.
What advice would you give to underclassmen? I mean, you kind of mentioned it in your last answer, but if there was any other advice, what would it be?
Experience things that you're not, like, that's outside of your comfort zone. Be a part of the things that are exactly the most popular or everyone is involved with. Like, choose a route that works best for you, but make sure you're looking around at other options, because there's always things, like, I experienced choir and I'm so glad I experienced that, but it wasn't my path. It wasn't the thing that I needed to do. And I just be involved with as much as you can, especially your freshman year. That is the most important. People get shy and they're just off on their own, but your freshman year is when you can really make a difference and make an impact on the rest of the 4 years, and how that impacts your life and your happiness and your future. Because if you start when you're in freshman year, then you'll be able to live the rest of your high school career doing something that you love and finding what you love and making those friendships and those relationships. And that's just such an important aspect that you should really focus on. Being willing to try new things and being involved with new things that you wouldn't necessarily be involved with.
Okay, what is something you wish you had learned?
I wish I learned that your friends are not going to be your friends forever. Because I had a couple group of friends my freshman and sophomore year that just weren't the best group for me. They weren't the most uplifting or a good group to be with. And it took me a long time to actually find good friends that were helpful to me in my life and my happiness, and it was just really hard. I wish I would have learned that, like, you can let people go if you need to. Like, you don't have to hold on to the things that are holding you back. You can let those things go.
This is kind of similar again, but if you had to do anything over again, what would you do?
I would be more involved in stuff, other stuff. I guess I'm saying be more involved in everything, but once I found FCCLA, I kind of didn't give another eye to anything else. And I wish I kind of looked at some other stuff. FCCLA was perfect for me, it was what I wanted, but I wish I would have looked into some sports and some other stuff like that I was interested in, and now I found out that I love more. But just to be more involved with that, and also to find better friend groups. Because once you find that friend group that is most influential and uplifting in your life, you'll stick with them forever.
Okay, so is there anything that your high school did that was like just above and beyond, or like anything that your high school did that was unique, or just like the best, honestly, like overall thing about like your high school in general?
Honestly, it was cool, like with us going into quarantine and everything getting cut short. I think the way our high school turned things, which was super cool, because they made sure that we were getting what we wanted. They kept like making us involved in the decisions, and I think that says something about Corner Canyon itself, because a lot of what we do, like for charity month and stuff, is really get involved with each other. And a lot of other schools that I've seen, they don't always connect as a whole, and I think that's really important, and that's something Corner Canyon does best, that we are like a family. Everyone who's at Corner Canyon, we're all work together and we stand together. That was our theme this past year, and it's just something Corner Canyon is best at, sticking together.
Awesome. Okay, and do you have any advice for people that are struggling in high school?
Reach out. That's the biggest advice I can give you. Reach out and be honest with yourself. Because if you're in a situation that you're not happy about and you don't know what's happening in your life, because it can be really uncertain, just reach out. Reach out to friends, reach out to family, reach out to that teacher that smiled at you and gave you an A. Reach out to whoever you can, because it's reaching out to people that you'll be able to discover what makes you happy and find that path that's best for you.
So what is your all-time favorite memory from high school?
Ooh. Sweethearts. Everyone, like, I love football games and like going to sporting events and like a couple other dances, but like Sweethearts is my all-time favorite, because it's FCCLA, like it's our little baby that we like put on for the whole school, and so we prep for it for months. And I literally, like my senior year, we were dreaming about Sweethearts and what we were gonna plan it in the summer. We were prepping for it and getting ready for it, and it's just my favorite activity, because just the amount of process it gets to like create that, and once you see everything come in, you're starting to build like the different things. It just all starts to come together, and then when you're there and everyone's just smiling and loving it and like laughing, it fills your soul. I love Sweethearts so much.
What did you do like when you would hang out with friends, and like do you have any like hangout spots where you would go and stuff?
The biggest thing is my friends made up a thing that it's called Swig Tuesdays, and we would always go to Swig on Tuesday, no matter like we don't get a drink or whatever, and we'd always just sit in Swig, either the parking lot or in the building, and just like catch up with each other, because life can get crazy and we tend to like miss out on some things that are happening in each other's lives. So we always had Swig Tuesday, and then recently we started, at the end of the senior year, we started hammocking Fridays. And so Friday afternoons we would go hammocking, and it was just super fun, because we'd hike up the mountain a little bit, bring snacks and stuff, and just hammock in the mountains. So,
how does it feel to be graduated?
honestly, it doesn't feel any different. Like, it feels different, but it's not. I feel like once I start school in the fall, it's really gonna hit me that I'm done with 12 years of all I've known. 12 years in my life that like I've only ever done this. Like, I'm done with that sort of schooling. Like, I can choose how I want to do my future now, which is weird. And adulting is hard. Your car breaks down. Everything is horrible, and you have to pay for a lot of stuff. But it's not that bad. You adjust to it pretty quickly, and so I'm really happy to be done with high school. I felt like it was my time to be done, but now I just have to experience the weird craziness of adulthood. Yeah, it's weird.
Okay, what got you motivated to go to school and to do your work?
Honestly, I liked my classes. Like, when you can choose your electives and the classes you want to take, it helps you to be more motivated to go. And people you meet in your classes, then you're more motivated to like go to those classes and spend time with those people. It's just, you have to look for the little things that make you happy and hold on to those, because that's what will keep you in school. Because at times it can be rough. You don't want to go to class, you don't want to do this assignment, you don't want to do that or whatever, but just think about like the little things that'll help you get over those little humps. Yeah.
Do you have any advice for dating?
Oh, dating. Honestly, go on lots of dates. Just be open to things. Like, go on dates with people, hang out with friends, like, make those relationships, but don't always stick to one thing. Like, if that's right for you, because it's different for everyone, if that's right for you to stick with your boyfriend or stick with your girlfriend all 4 years of high school, then that's what's for you. But I suggest don't always stick to one person, because dating in high school, you're all learning and growing together, and it's crazy and it's weird and we're awkward, but like, just go on dates with the more people you can and experience those friendships and those relationships, because that's what'll influence your future and when you're out of high school, who you are as a person.
It's like, what qualities do you look for in friends or like people to date?
I always look for someone who has the similar values as I do, because that's something, you want people that are similar to you, but that will help lead you on the right path that you want to go down. I always had struggles with friends that weren't exactly aligned in the same direction as I was, and so they weren't exactly influencing me in the best ways, but once I found those friend groups that really uplifted me for the better and made me be better, that is what you need to look for. So look for the qualities that you look for in yourself. Find those qualities and cling to them with all your friends, because once you get to know someone and you get to click with each other, then you'll be able to be that much more successful.
Did you have a favorite dance? I mean, you kind of mentioned Sweethearts,
yes.
But
and honestly, that was my favorite dance, because I just like the whole aspect of it. I loved also Cheapskates though. That one's really fun. I've had a couple of good times going to Cheapskates before. So Cheapskates, Sweethearts, just getting to live it up. Go to the dances, even if you're going stag with friends. It's just a party.
Okay, and then last question is, like, you participated in FCCLA and like choir and those type of things. Do you have any favorite memories of the things you participated in?
Oh, so many good memories. A couple of my favorites is FCCLA State a couple years ago. That was so fun, because all of us went on this trip together, and I don't even remember what happened exactly, but someone bought pizza and then they hid it in the tub, and it was just like really chaos, but it was like we built those memories together. And State is such an awesome experience to go. You just go to a hotel for a couple days and you get to compete in something that you love, and you get to spend time with these friends and just make fun experiences and relationships, and it's just super awesome to go to those certain things. And so I loved going and building memories with FCCLA, because there are amount of times that I can call those girls my best friends, and it's such a good experience to just be out and just go to competitions together, and you just get to know people a lot more when you're put in the same direction.